Killing off a main character in your story can be an emotionally draining experience for both the writer and the readers. However, sometimes it's necessary to further the plot or add depth to your narrative. As a human writer, you know how difficult it can be to say goodbye to characters you've invested so much time and effort into developing. Here are some tips to help you navigate this challenging yet rewarding storytelling decision. Establish their importance early on. To make the death of a main character impactful, you must first establish their importance in the story from the beginning. This doesn't mean they need to be the most powerful or central figure. Instead, showcase their significance through their relationships with other characters and their role in driving the plot forward. By doing so, readers will become attached to them, making their loss more poignant later on. Foreshadow, but don't telegraph. Hints at a character's demise should be subtle enough that readers don't see it coming, but still feel like it makes sense once it happens. Dropping too many obvious clues may lessen the impact, while having no foreshadowing at all can come across as cheap or contrived. Find that delicate balance between giving just enough clues without spoiling the surprise. Use symbolism, dreams, visions, or even casual conversations about mortality to lay groundwork without being heavy-handed about it. Make sure there's a purpose behind their death. Ask yourself why this particular character needs to die and how their absence will affect your story moving forward. Their death should have consequences for other characters and the plot at large. It should propel the narrative forward by creating new conflicts or forcing growth in those left behind. Avoid killing them off simply for shock value or to add cheap drama. Readers can usually tell when a character's death serves no purpose other than to manipulate their emotions. Don't shy away from graphic details, if appropriate. Depending on your genre, don't be afraid to describe the character's death in vivid detail, if it suits your storytelling style and audience expectations. Graphic descriptions can evoke strong emotions in readers, making them feel the loss more acutely. However, use discretion, and remember that less is sometimes more. You don't want to cross into gratuitous violence territory just for shock value alone. Allow time for grief and reflection. After a main character dies, give both your remaining characters and your readers time to grieve before diving back into action-packed sequences or comedic relief scenes too soon afterward. Unless that's intentional for narrative purposes, such as coping mechanisms, etc. Allow space within your narrative for mourning rituals, funerals, memorials, conversations about memories shared together, etc., so that readers can process this loss alongside your surviving cast members. This will also deepen their connection with both the deceased character as well as those who remain behind. Explore ripple effects throughout the story world. How does this death change things politically, economically, socially? Killing off a major player in any setting will have far-reaching consequences beyond just those closest to them personally. Explore these ripples throughout multiple storylines where possible, so that readers understand just how much impact one life had. Killing a main character is never an easy decision, but when done right, it can elevate your storytelling to new heights. By following these tips, you'll be able to craft meaningful deaths that resonate with readers long after they've finished reading. For all your mournful lives, Jayce ran for you, over and out. Over and